From this video, you will clearly understand which kind of people bring into your life a lot of chaos. Like listening, and you again start feeling the life is shit, the life is not good, I'm not good, everything bad, life is maybe unfair or something. And imagine if we every day feeding our mind with that, what kind of beliefs we would have in a month, in a year. You know, it's like every day, step by step, destroying your life because you engaged with this kind of personalities. So let's dig deeper. The first type of people, it's envious people, the people who like jealousy, and mostly they not happy for you if you achieve something, if you share with them something good, what's happening in your life. They probably will react like, I'm not super excited and happy for you, or they act sometimes like they don't want you to be happy, they don't want you to be successful because they want them be successful and feel like they're on top. And for other people, they prefer to feeling like they above and they like better and they bigger. They couldn't sincerely be happy for something you share with them. And to have this type of people around you, you feel like it's not easy to share, it's not easy to be happy even for your goals, for your achievements, and this is bring us always like down, down, down. So I would say this environment, it's not very healthy to be with. Second type of personalities, it's people who making like, you know, cruel jokes. They can seem like very funny and attractive, and maybe they're like leaders in the groups, but if you look at them, you will understand they make a lot of jokes which really mean to other people, which really cruel, and they sometimes can use something about you against you. So they will make a jokes, it will be funny, you can even laughing, but after this conversation you can go back home and feel like sadness, something like I'm not good enough, I feel maybe frustration or something, and that's mean I maybe spend a lot of time in this day with the person who constantly make like funny stories, but it's put you down, down, down in your feeling of confidence, in your like believe in yourself, in this kind of stuff. And after that conversation, you can feel like you just life it's not so good and I am not so good, and it can be just because of these jokes. So me personally, I really don't like this kind of people. I just couldn't spend the time with them, and sometimes they call me like I'm rude or I'm cold or I'm not funny because I'm not laughing about these jokes they made. And I usually tell them like, look, what you just said right now, it was mean, it was not good, it was unhealthy, or it was toxic, and they mostly they don't see, they don't understand, they act like I'm just a funny person, I make people laugh around, but what the price for this kind of laughing? And I prefer to don't have any kind of friendship or relationship with these people, because I see them like immediately. If I'm in the company somewhere, I understand, I notice them immediately. So pay attention where in your circle you can find this kind of personalities. The third category is the people who are very conservative, and they always act like I know everything. Like whenever you sharing with them, they will say, yeah, I know, yes, but, or they will say like, no, I am. It's good to have our own opinion, of course, but also it's very good to be inflexible, not just stuck in my beliefs, and for any new information, like say no, 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 or decline everything, refuse to see something, refuse to dig deeper in some kind of subject, or take new information. So they're not flexible. And why is that not very good, you asked? So for me, for example, if I have employees like that, or my business partner like that, or maybe my friend like that, and whenever I try to bring something new, something fresh, maybe fresh idea into my business, and I share that with my conservative partner, he would say like, I'm not sure, I don't know, maybe it's not gonna work, or let's do it like we done before. So they're not open to the new experiences, to the new things. And that means we always will stuck, not developing, not trying new things, not improve our business or even friendship or even our thoughts. So for me, it's always like a jar of pickles. It's something marinated, nothing fresh, nothing new there. So no new thoughts, no new ideas, no new habits, or maybe new experiences. And that's mean we stuck. We not growing in this environment. And if you're surrounded by these people, maybe in family, maybe in business, maybe in a friendship, you can feel like you're just stuck and you don't believe in your own ideas, in your own thoughts, because you're just surrounded by these pickles, you know? So that's why I like flexible people. I like maybe fresh people, new ideas, maybe like even more flexible than I am, so I can be inspired by them. And they say, oh, you can try like this and like this. And I'm like, wow, this really helping me to have a bigger view. And I think for any entrepreneur, even for the person who like to grow, it's always important to have a bigger view and to scale our view. The next type of people, it's of course people who lie. So this is liars. And I know all of us, like every person, sometimes we can lie, but I would say there's some category of people who lying constantly, every day, in any situations, like big, small, whatever. They act like it's normal for them, like always saying something like better, or it's not truth, or bragging. And you know what, for these people, you understand you can't rely on them, you can't trust them, because they can say something and they didn't do it after, so they're not keeping their word. And I think it's really important, if you're building whatever, if you're building friendship, a romantic relationship, if you're building business, of course, you need to be like honest. You need to be pure. You need to be a person for who we can rely on. And of course, I want to be that kind of person. I want to try to do my best to be very honest and pure. And of course, I expect the same from people with who I spending my time, with who I'm making my business. So definitely constant liars, it's not my type. So I ask you to look around how you act, or maybe how people with who you spending a lot of time, how they act in this case. The next type of people, it's criticizers and people who always thinking in negative perspective. Whatever they can see in the day, like, oh, it's too much cloud on the sky, or the water is too cold, or maybe too hot, or it's too late or too early, like whatever. And they always find the reason to complain, the reason to say, oh my God, this is bad, this I don't like. They always talking about what they don't like. And if you act like that, also you can not notice that you always say like negative, 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 negative. But imagine, like, if we spend most of the day, like more than a half of our thoughts in the mind, always like minus, 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 how we feel the life, how we experience the life. And I honestly, I don't want to experience the life like always gray, always bad, always negative. Yes, some kind of situation sometimes happens and it could be really unpleasant, but I would like to put my attention, my focus of attention to plus, to something good. What is good in this situation? What is good in this the weather today? What is good in my experience or something? Even when something bad happens, to be able to find good things into that situation. I think this is the big, like huge skill to really live the good life full of satisfaction, life full of happiness. Because where our focus, where our intentions, what we see every day in our regular life, this is really important to feel to our feelings. Like, is it eventually more minuses we see or more pluses we see? And from that, every day we're making our life better or worse. And you know, I'm that kind of person who very like a sponge. I'm really easily observing all of the atmosphere and mood from the people. So for me, it's really important to not be surrounded by negativist people and who always see the world in a gray tone, you know. For me, it's better, much better to surround it myself by people who happy, who see the beauty, who see the something good happened in the life, and better to have conversation even with the friends about something good. I think you agree with me. And the next category, it's like closer to the previous one. It's the whiners. People who always whining about everything, but mostly they blaming someone or like people or government or the boss or some person in their own troubles. If they have some troubles, they will blame everyone around but not themselves. And it's hard to spend with them a lot of time because you like listening, and you again start feeling the life is shit, the life is not good, I'm not good, everything bad, life is maybe unfair or something. And imagine if we every day feeding our mind with that, what kind of beliefs we would have in a month, in a year, in our life. Like life is unfair, not good, no good people around me and everything. So for me also important to not spend a lot of time with the whiners. And I of course prefer more positive people, and I again it's because I am. So the next what I would like to say is, when you listening right now this video, you probably will thinking, oh my god, this is if I will cut people by these categories, there's no people to talk with anymore. If you think like that, I would ask you, like, why all of your circle is like that, and where you behave like that, because we mostly surrounded by people who reflect us, who the same like we are. So if I understand, okay, I don't want to be conservative anymore, I don't want to whining, I don't want to talk about bad things all day long, I don't want to lie, I don't want to be jealous. So how I should change my behavior, how I should act, and then I will attract new people. Even if now all of my circle is some kind of these personalities, okay, I find myself in there, that's fine. So I should ask myself how I want to act, who I want to be, what kind of person, and then just start acting like that. It's step by step, step by step. It's maybe not in a 1 second, but step by step you can act like you want to be. And believe me, opposite situation, when you really can be happy for other people, can be supportive, can see beauty in every situation, can be grateful and appreciate what's happening with you in your life, the more you will be successful, the more you will feeling like, yeah, I lived a good life. And this is very like easy and not easy at the same time, but really if you put your attention there, you will like analyze how you're acting now and how you want to act, and it's really give you much more happiness. And if you ask what to do if a lot of my maybe family members or people at work or my friends, they act like that, what to do? And my advice is just to minimize your connection with them. Don't say like, oh, I don't like you, don't push them away, but just minimize, like not invite them, not initiate the conversation, just less, and you will see how your circle of communication will change step by step. And the most important, you will feel yourself better, more satisfied and more happy in like everyday routine.